Glencoe's a special place, and I don't think there's anywhere else I would have wanted to be when this once-in-a-generation event happened. It wasn't guaranteed to happen, and for that reason I didn't, well, you'll see later on, I didn't go where I thought I might go, but what an experience it was. And yeah, I was so glad that I was in the right place at the right time. So stay tuned for some epic scenery and also experiencing a once-in-a-lifetime event. Oh, right, I have just arrived. Didn't really film much of the journey here, but let me spin you around and I'll show you where I am. Hopefully I'll be heading up there tomorrow, but I am heading away up there tomorrow. Don't know if the camera's picking that up. But yeah, I'm with my wife and the dogs. We're going to be spending the weekend in Glen Coe. You've probably seen some montage at the start already. But yeah, going to get ready here. Might go for a nip along to the pub. I think it takes dogs. We're going to go along there just now. It's Friday night. Just zooted up here after work. So yeah, let's go and see if we can get some food at the Clachaig Inn. There's a wee breeze, but behind me I've just come out of the Clachaig. It was lovely. I'm just going to walk back now. Let me just see if I can spin you around. I'll show you. Up there, see if I can zoom in. That's where I'm going tomorrow. Oh, there's some time to head back to the van. It's a lovely evening. First wee spell of summer. Fantastic. Right, and there's no many midges about either. Right, back to the van. Well, that's me and Leanne back into the van. Look at this view behind us. I don't know if you can see that. It's absolutely a wonderful spot. Looking up to Stubcornan Bay. There's still some snow on the top. And I think I'll take my micro spikes with me. Absolutely fantastic. And the meal was lovely as well. What did you think of, what did you think, Leanne? Was it good?
Very nice.
Very nice, she says. You had fish and chips, didn't you? Fish and chips, and I had a burger. So yeah, lovely. The dogs had a good time. We just sat, on the way back, we just sat in the side of the river, taking it all in. The good thing, it's May at the moment. And it's been pretty cold until now, so there wasn't many midges about, which was great. So anyway, I'm going to shut up now. I might come back just after sunset and see if I can get some photos. So I'll bring you back then. Well, look at that light. I was just about to say I've come out to take some photographs and the light's just disappeared, but I think it's at its best now. So I'll maybe take some snaps, and I've only brought one camera, which is the one I'm videoing on. So we're going to have to, yeah, stop videoing and take some snaps, and I'll put them up now if they're any good. Right, let's do it quickly and I'll report back in a minute. Right, hopefully you can see me okay. So I think I got some nice pictures, I'm not sure. I'll put them up now. There was really some quite nice light dappled across the face there with that waterfall in the middle, and that, if you remember rightly, I've taken a dubh in that waterfall. Might well do it again this weekend, I'm not sure, but what a wonderful place Glencoe is. And I'm really hoping, I am mixing a bit of mountain climbing. Don't worry, I will be going up the mountain tomorrow morning super early, possibly both days, and I might be meeting Jerry in 2 days time, but I'm really here just to relax with my wife and the dogs. Really looking forward to it, and it's just a special place, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful. I don't know if you can see the sun's just catching the top of aonach, which is the start of the aonach. I kind of wish I was up high. Today, because there's a really, really strong Aurora alert. Although it's so late into the year, I think this is the strongest solar flare activity in decades, apparently. I did contemplate parking along at the ski centre so I could get a view north, but you know what? I just don't know if I can be bothered. I think I'd rather go for the scramble tomorrow morning, get up early as opposed to staying up all night and then not being able to get up the mountain, if that makes sense. I might set up a time lapse with the action cam facing north. If it's really, really prominent, it might pop over the top of the Aonach. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to head back to the van and yeah, I'll report back later on. So this is footage from said action cam pointing sort of north over the top of the Aonach, and I really didn't expect much. Sometimes you get these Aurora alerts and nothing happens, and I sat in the van with Leanne and we watched some YouTube, and yeah, probably about 10ish we looked outside to see if anything was happening, and nothing was happening, so we went to sleep before being woken up abruptly. More on that later. But it was a blessing in disguise, because when I went out I pointed the camera south, and this is what I saw. This is to the south, and I've only once seen the Aurora not being in the north, and that was a way back, I don't know, probably the early noughties, and I certainly didn't have the camera gear to catch it back then, but I couldn't believe it when I came out. This would have been at about, I don't know, midnight or just after midnight, and it was absolutely stunning. So with all the other camper vans about, I couldn't really make too much noise, so I sort of crept down to the loch and sort of pointed the camera. I didn't take any time lapse, so all the footage you're seeing is real-time video footage, not really been altered in any way. I kind of wish that I'd taken more time and set the camera up, but more on that later on. Yeah, so even the footage you'll see is just sped up footage. It's not proper long exposure shots, time lapse, which you'll see in just a minute after this bit to camera, where I'm totally overexposed, so I do apologise for that. Right, oh. Right, I don't know if you'll be able to see me or not, but oh my god, I've never seen anything like it. I've come outside and the northern lights are right above me. It's and they're all purple. It's actually to the south, looking to where I'm going tomorrow morning in about 4 or 5 hours. Absolutely amazing. It's I'm glad I came out. Anyway, let's see if I can get some time lapse with the camera, and I'll put some photos up just now. Oh man, I'm going to be tired in the morning. Oh wow, what a sight though. Right. As mentioned a little while ago, these time-lapse sequences were actually just sped up video footage. I did manage to get a couple of shots with the camera though, and yeah, I'll put them up in a wee while. Oh, good morning. What a lovely morning it is, but it's early. It's really early. What time is it? The time is 6:02 now. But I've been walking for about, I don't know, 15 minutes. And I am tired. I might sound like I've had half a bottle of whiskey. But the reality is I've only had 3 hours and 14 minutes sleep according to my Garmin watch, which sounds about right. It says I got to sleep at about, I don't know, back of 2, then I was up at the back of 5. So, anyway, the reason for that, anyway, before I tell you about the reason for that, as you probably know already, I'll spin you around and show you the sun hitting the tops of the hills. You can see behind me the sun is up. It's not hit me here, thankfully. I think I could be in for a hot sunny day, which I'm looking forward to, but the sun is hitting the hills behind me. Anyway, the reason I'm so tired is the Aurora show last night. We did go to bed at about 11. It was still twilight, because we're late in the year. It's middle of May, end of May. And usually the twilight on the northern horizon, which we can't see here, as the last shot you saw was the Glen's enclosed to the north by the aonach, but because it was so strong, or forecast to be so strong, the Aurora, I thought, well, I'll stick a time lapse up on my wee action cam and just set it going overnight, which is what I did, and didn't really expect much from it. But yeah, we were woken up by numerous cars coming in and people chatting about midnight, which really I was really angry about, but that anger turned into joy because it forced me to get out of bed. And I went out, and when I went out, oh my god, the whole sky was lit up, as you probably saw from the footage. Over here, which is to the south, you usually see them to the north. I've only seen them to the south once before, and I think that was about the early noughties. And I didn't really know much about the Northern Lights at that point. But it was green all above Stobcorn Bay. And then up here, it was a big, I think they call it a corona, and it was pink and purple. It was pretty amazing. Was it as amazing as my time when I saw them on top of Millardoch Hills? I don't think it was, because you're looking at them the sort of more traditional way from the UK, and I still think that's more impressive because you see the pillars. I didn't see the pillars, probably because I was enclosed, but anyway, right, I'm going to shut up. I'll show you where I'm going. I'm going up here just to the left of the notch, and it's a scramble, and I'm hoping to be back for dinner time. There's the clue. Never been up this way, so a bit of route finding might be required, but I'm hoping it's fairly straightforward. Then after that, we'll see. I might go to the highest point in the area, the highest mountain in the area. I'm not sure. I'll see how tired I am. I might go for a snooze up here. Right, shut up, Murray. Let's go. I'll report back in a wee while. I certainly felt like having a snooze, having been up most of the night photographing the Aurora. And I think what I meant earlier on, that the Millardoch Aurora was more impressive because I was got more view of the skies. I was kind of enclosed, but it was a once in a lifetime opportunity seeing the Aurora to the south. I'll tell you what, I am not even in the sunshine yet, and I'm roasting, so I'm going to stop here and take my take one layer off anyway. I think it's going to get warmer and warmer. It's only about 6:30, so let's take one layer off. Whew, that's better. I bet you as soon as I get up here the wind will pick up and I'll have to put it back on, but instantly better. So let's just put this away. I've been looking at the map, but also what I've also done is taking pictures of the topos in the climbing books or the scrambling books to make sure that I'm going the right way. Sometimes the pictures can be a wee bit more revealing than looking at the map, just because there's not enough detail on the map, but I'm pretty sure I'm going in the right direction. I think that sun's going to be up soon. I've no idea what to expect here. I think it says the first bit's a wee bit of Chaucy, so, and it's the top part, which is nice. But I just need to keep my wits about me, because I'm by myself. And I'll get my helmet on in just a wee while. Next stop, I'll put the helmet on and yeah, I'll report back in a wee while. Let's go. I tend to get the helmet on now, just below the scrambly bit, so it's I think it's a bit loose to start off with. There's different types of rock. I think it's rhyolite at the top, which is the good stuff. So anyway, let's get the helmet on. I was also going to say the footage of the Aurora last night is a bit, I didn't spend as much time capturing it. One, because I was absolutely shattered, and two, I wasn't too far away from the car, and there were other camper vans there, so I wasn't wanting to say too much too loudly. I just feel like I don't want to have the lights on either, so I couldn't really see the settings. I'm making excuses. The footage might have been alright, to be fair, but I just feel like I could have done better. But anyway, it's still fairly impressive, an impressive sight, looking straight up at it as opposed to the north. But, anyway, the forecast like that, the Aurora forecast is certainly like that all weekend, so it might be the same tonight. And we're staying up tonight. We'll go to a different park up, but we'll see if we can capture it again. In fact, I think it's stronger. The forecast for the Aurora is stronger than it was last time. Anyway, right, helmet on. In fact, I'll put the poles away as well, because I need my hands, because I'm going to be scrambling. So poles away, they'll come back out once I get to the top. This is the west face of aonach dubh, which is one of the three sisters of Glencoe, if you're wondering. And wonderful, wonderful area, as I always say. Glencoe is just special. It's a special place. Lots of things to do here, but just love it. Never get tired of it. Right. I think I'm ready now. Right, I'll report back in a wee while. Oh right, that's me just about to start on the rhyolite. I think it's rhyolite. Anyway, the good rock. I'll spin you around there and you can see it. And you can kind of make out, as I said, the bits down here, it's just steep, kind of broken ground down there. There's a few bits of scrambling, but I could have kept the poles out, to be honest with you, for a bit longer. But yeah, I didn't. And you can see this when you're looking at the face from the Clachaig. I'll put a schematic up of the route, or the rough route, and I'll point out where I am right now. But you can see quite distinctly where the good rock starts. And yeah, I'm at that point now, so yeah, what a place. It's just a very, very, very special place. And when you've not been to an area before, I've not been on this side of the hill, amazingly, yeah, it makes it a bit more special. So yeah, I'm going to head on. That's there's more climbs over there, and there's something called the rhyolite romp, which I'm going to do at some point as well. I was contemplating coming back down that way, but I'll leave that for another day. And over my shoulder there's the tail end of the aonach. So going up here, I'll report back later on. So it's time for the scrambling proper now, and it was lovely. This short section of rock provided some lovely easy grade scrambling, and the views behind me down the western side of Glencoe were just fabulous with the sun shining on the hills. It was lovely, but yeah, as I said, it's a rather easy grade, which was nice, and it's yeah, a bit too short-lived for my liking, but still enjoyable nonetheless. Oh, a nice wee spot here. I'm going to have a wee bite to eat. I'm going to have a banana, and not far, I think I've got another 100 metres of scrambling to go. Then I should be on the top of aonach dubh, which will be the first of 3 tops, hopefully, if all goes to plan. But what a morning, it's absolutely glorious. Ooh. I hope you agree it was a rather splendid spot to stop for a banana and a bit of breakfast, and after finishing my banana it was time for the final short bit of scrambling, which you can see here, up some steep rocks, which then led me up towards the summit of the westernmost of the three sisters of Glencoe, which is aonach dubh, and it was lovely. The views you get once you scramble up onto this ridge over to Stobcore and Lochard and to the rest of the route I was going up were fabulous, as were the views the other way over the aonach and over towards the Moors and Ben Nevis. It was lovely, albeit a bit breezy. That's me at the top of aonach dubh. That was a nice wee scramble. It's not, I don't think I would rate it as highly as anything on the buckle that I've done. You know, it's pretty short-lived, a lot of steep, vegetated kind of, yeah, lots of rocky ground. Anyway, it was fine. A lovely way up, to be honest with you. So then we'll stop here, get my poles back out, and then I think I'm going to head, the plan is to head up this one excuse me, Stobcore and Lochout, which is, if you've watched the videos, you'll have seen it numerous times. Then head over to the Bidgin, which is the highest peak, and then, I don't know if you can make it out on the right of your picture, there's another peak there, Stobcore and Bay. And yeah, I might come up and over that, and then drop back down to the quarry. But I tell you what, it's a bit breezy now. Right, let's get this stuff sorted. Oh, that breeze. Oh yeah. Right, let's go. After a short break on the top of Aonach dubh, it was time to get cracked on and head for summit number 2, which was Stobcore and Lochout. And for those of you who have watched my videos, you'll probably recognise this hill because, yeah, it's a favourite of mine and Jerry's, especially in the winter. That's me reached the top of Stobcore and Lochout. 1,115 metres here, and it's a special place. Those of you that know, if you've watched my videos, I'll put again a link to my favourite ever video in the description below. That'll explain why it's such a special place to me. But the views are just spectacular. It's a bit breezy today, and I can see where I'm going now. I brought my microspikes, but I don't think I'm going to need them. But I'll spin you around. Hopefully you can still hear me. But yeah, there's Bidgin. I'm going to head over here, drop down here onto the summit there, and I'm going to follow the ridge along to that summit, over the back, and then down into the quarry, and then back to the van. So without further ado, woo, let's get moving. There's a few folk kicking about, so I want to keep ahead of the game, and I need to get back for brownie points, so I'll report back in a wee while. Let's go. We left summit number 2 and we're headed for summit number 3 in the highest point in Argyll, Bidgin Nambian. Right, top of Bidgin. Wow, highest point in Argyll, and what a spot it is, especially on a day like today. Right down to Glen Etive. But I'm going to go down this way, and I'll report back. I know this way feels like, well, it was only a few months ago we stood here, and the conditions were rather different, and I'll come on to that when I get over there. But for now, let's get along the ridge a bit, and I'll report back in just a wee while. But I'll give you a wee spin round. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? A few lenticular clouds, surprisingly. Yeehaw. Right. Wasn't quite a 360, was it? Let's go. I've just stopped for a Scotch egg. I've been going for 3 hours 45. I've done 6.3 kilometres, total ascent 1,306 metres, so I've done pretty well, I think. It's just a lovely day. I'm glad I've got my silly hat on, or my silly hood, to save my neck from getting sunburnt, because it's one of those days where it's windy, so you don't feel the heat, but the sun's quite strong, although it's only 9:30 in the morning. I don't know if you'll make it out, but over my shoulder, you probably won't see it. I'll do a wee bit to camera when I get there, but that's the next top. So this is the 4th top actually, is Stobcore and Bay, and that's where I did the wild camp. I literally, I don't know, 3 months ago, in rather different conditions. I'll put some footage up of that that trip, and I mean it's glorious in the summer, well, spring as it is at the moment, but yeah, in the winter this place is just on another level, as you're probably seeing now with some of that footage. So anyway, I need to get back down, because one of the reasons that I left so early was to get back down. Leanne will hopefully not be long up by the time I get down there, and we can continue our trip. So I'll sit here for a wee bit longer, let that Scotch egg go down, and I'll report back later on. Right, time to go. That's Stobcore and Bay. I don't know if you can see it over my shoulder, just above the snow patch, and it was pretty much on the summit where I pitched my tent in the snow a few months ago. Oh, stuck. There we go. A wonderful place, wonderful camp that was. One of the best that I've had. But, anyway, enough talking. Let's get walking. Right, I've said that for a while. Let's go. Right, that's me at the summit of Stopcore Nambe, just there, and this is where I camped. I camped about 10 metres over there. I don't know why I'm telling you that, just an excuse for me to put more footage up of that wonderful camp which you're probably watching now. It was a rather nice wild camp on a rather snowy hill. There is still some snow left, you can see the gullies have still got snow in it. Long may that continue. But yeah, wonderful viewpoint. I'll show you the route. You get a good view of the route that I've come up actually from here. So if I just pop over here, I've got to watch my footings, it's very steep. Here we go. Right, if I spin you around, this steep face down here is where I came up. That was DinnerTime Buttress, the west face of aonach dubh, and then up to the summit I have aonach dubh, which is just at the back there, and then round and up this ridge to Stopcore and Lochan, and then drop down to the Bealach, and then up the shoulder here to Bidgin Nambian, and then along the ridge over this top, and then down and around to where I am now. So I'm through in the middle there. That's the buckle, the big buckle. It's lovely though. Lots of lenticular clouds because it is windy. It has been gusting as forecast. The forecast is 20 to 25 mile an hour winds, gusting up to 30 or 35. Yeah, right. I'm going to head to the van now and get some Lorne sausages and a cup of tea, so I'll report back in a wee while. Let's go. Oh. Oh, right, absolutely roasting. I'm going to have to strip off, essentially. Now that I've just dropped down to 641 metres, so I've dropped maybe 500 or 600 metres. I'm rather hot, so time to take a layer off. Oh dear, roasty toasty. The cooler. Right, oh, let's go. I don't know if you can make out behind me the big waterfall there. It's tempting, I'm very tempted to go down there because it's warm. I've done that before actually, in an old video, I think it was called, I don't know, Glen Coe or something like that. But I need to get back down. I can see the cars down there. Well, I'm just about to see the vans, there's all the buses in front of them. The tourists have arrived, but yeah, should be back at the van soon. Let's go. So that's me back at the van, and we're going to go away for a wee dip, aren't we?
Yep.
Well, we'll see. I might not be brave enough, but the dogs will certainly put my feet in the water, that's for sure. Let's go and see if we can find a wee pool. Maybe slippy. Right, we're down at the water, and is it wet? It's going to be cold. I'm going to have to be brave. Right? Let's do this. So anyway, it was quite relaxing. Just once you were in, it wasn't too bad, as is always the case. And it was nice just to dangle the feet in the water to let them cool off after, I don't know how many, 1400, 1500 metres of ascent. We're going to go back for an afternoon snooze in the van. I've not decided where we're going to park up for tonight or what we're doing tomorrow. I'll probably do another hill tomorrow morning with Jerry, maybe. So I'll bring you back and let you know once that has been decided. But yeah, what a spot, it's lovely, isn't it? Ooh, right, up we go. Right, doggies. Now you can see the sun has gone away, it's a bit cloudy now, so I'm not sure what we're doing yet. We've not made our minds up, but we're going to go for a wee donder with the dogs, a wee walk along the side of the loch. Then hopefully when we come back, I'm just waiting for Jerry to get back in touch to see if he's coming tomorrow. He's got a sore knee, so it might just be me tomorrow, but then we'll decide what we're doing. We've got a few options where we're going to go. Right, shall we?
Yep.
Let's go. Yes, I don't think the path actually goes round the loch, it's just the path which goes along the side, probably for walkers to get back to the car park if they've done a circular route further up. So yeah, it's lovely. Nice views up. That's the aonach ridge up here, there, and then round to Aonach, and the one I was up, the last top I was at's there. That was the first top I was up. and I could do the first of the sisters, or the westernmost of the three sisters, I think. Anyway, my wife's looking at me. What? Talk to the camera. You talk to the camera. Anything to say? No. Right. Oh. Better watch what I'm doing. Or he breaks his ankle on a flat path. After nearly breaking my ankle, we decided to have a seat, and it was lovely. There's no midges at this time of year, and yeah, the light was lovely, so I took my iPhone out and took a few snaps. Right, we are going to be moving location, and yeah, what a lovely evening. It's really warm actually, it's not often you see that, and again, like I said earlier in the video, because it's early in the season, there's a few midges, but it's not too bad. But anyway, you're going to have to wait till next week to find out what the plan is, because I'm going to end the video here and we'll bring you back next week from our new location and our new adventure, and yeah, we'll see what that brings. But for now, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, I'll see you on another adventure.